It's really it really comes down to photosynthesis. And that's not that hard to understand. I mean, it does have a lot of complicated pathways, but essentially what that means is that trees and plants, by virtue of their green leaves and the chlorophyll in their leaves, are able to actually take carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, combine it with water that they bring up from the soil through their roots, and turn it into sugars. And then in the process, these trees give off oxygen. And that very oxygen is what allows us to breathe. We need these trees and plants to continue to do photosynthesis so that we can have a habitable environment. And in fact, it was the oxygenation of our planet through photosynthesis and the development of photosynthetic plants that allowed human beings to evolve. So we are completely interdependent with these forests and with the plants. And then the trees, when they photosynthesize, they take those sugars and they do things with it. Basically, it's the energy that runs the forest. So some of that energy is used to carry out the metabolic functions of the trees, including production of all kinds of tissues like other leaves and wood and roots. We produce all that biomass and the metabolic processes associated with that. And then a large portion of the carbon is actually excreted or exuded into the soil itself, and that feeds a whole soil food web, and that food web decays or it goes after organic matter to get nutrients for the tree and water. And then that food web, of course, turns whatever decaying material is into humus, and that is that's very high in carbon content. And we have found, in general, that forests, in after going through all these processes, they actually store about half of their carbon below ground in this process. So So sequestration is simply photosynthesis. Storage is simply putting that carbon into stable pools, whether it's in the above ground parts of the tree or the below ground, the roots, and then the soil pool. So that's called storage.